Hi, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a game that I had a request to review, so without further ado, let's go do an unboxing of Frag Gold Edition and just see what's in this box. Okay, you get the Frag Gold Edition. You get a very small, easy to understand rulebook. A giant two-sided board. It's good for different games. You can buy expansions and connect these boards to make bigger playing ground fields. You get a figure of 6 different colors for up to 6 players. Dry eraser boards here. 1 for each player. Keep track of your hit points, your frags, what game number you're in, your movement. So when you start moving, you can start crossing them off. Starting weapon, it tells you like your basic information, like what your health does and how to create your fighter. All this is in a handy sheet. So there's 6 of these. You get a deck of weapon cards. You get the frag cards, which you get for killing people, and you get 1 to start the game with. Your armor and cards. These are like your armor and stuff like that you get, like maybe boots to make you move fast and stuff like that. It's mostly just equipment. Crap tons of white standard die. Somehow I got my dice mixed in here because it's easier to have more dice than what they give you, so each player can have quite a bit. You get these link markers. These are for when you kill somebody. They drop their weapons. This is a frag marker. These go on the board when you frag somebody. It leaves a little blood splatter, and then of course your ammo. Each one of these little markers tell you how much ammo a weapon has. So, and then a dry erase marker, which you should get more than one because you're going to be passing this around quite a bit. So, start of the game, each player is going to have a frag record sheet. They're going to have 7 points to spend between each of the 3 attributes in play, and then each player is going to get a card from each of the 3 decks. So you can get a weapon card, a gadget card, and a frag card to start out. Now each player will roll a die. He got a 3. He got a 6. So the red player is going to pick a place to spawn at. He's going to pick to spawn here because if he rolls a die, he lands in here, he's got a chance to pick up another weapon. So, and this guy is going to decide to spawn far away from his opponent, so you can get a gadget card and try to pick up a weapon card too. So if you notice, red's very healthy before, and he's got a very low health but a high accuracy, so it balances out according to how much speed they have, which they all have speed of 1 and made it simple. So he's gonna go 2 spaces. So you can mark on your sheet that you move 2, so you know how much you have left of a 6, or you can start at 6 and keep crossing off as you go down the list. For every health you have, you can pick up 1 extra. You have 1 extra weapon in play. So he can basically essentially have 5 weapons. So he now has electronic cannon, and he had a 6, so you roll 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His opponent's not within sight of anything, so movement and picking up items, yes, that's all fine and dandy, but the real meat of the game here is fragging your opponents, hence the name frag. So he looks at his accuracy. He has an accuracy of 3, so it means he can throw 3 dice to see if he hits. And the range for this weapon, if it's within 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for his weapon, it does 4 damage, but it's not. So you basically count the number of spaces. And line of sight, make sure nothing's blocking it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has to roll a 6 to hit to even try to even hit his target. Which he rolled a 6. So now to roll damage, according to this one, he gets 3 dice because he wasn't 4. So you take out 3 dice. So if this was his roll, 6, 7, and his defender's roll was that of 12 here. 8, 12. You take the 7 here, the attacker roll, which is 7, and divide that and try to see how many. So he did a 12. So 7 divided by 12 would be 0 because the attacker number is lower than the defender's number, so no damage is dealt. Now the opposite would be true. For example, this target would receive 2 hits. Now, another thing you need to know is whenever someone is fragged, these markers go on the board exactly where they're fragged off at. You have the blood splatter, which is can be used as a med pack if picked up by anybody, or the weapon card, which that lets weapon counter. So basically, the opponent that has weapons are going to drop all their weapons, and this is going to get placed next to their pile. And the player that walks over here can roll a 6-sided die, but before they do that, they have to decide if they want to take a med pack or one of the weapons the player had on that person. So basically, if you notice that someone had a shotgun over on that table, a shotgun, a grenade launcher, and a flamethrower, you can decide if you'd rather take one of those weapons on a chance of a pickup, or if you're badly injured, you might want to grab the health pack. So, but in order to see if you actually pick up one of these, you have to roll 6-sided dice. 4, 5, or 6 will pick it up. Otherwise, you can't pick it up. So these work in the same sense as if you were in these stations here as well, throughout here. And the last thing I didn't really talk about was this green stuff is acid. If you go in here, of course you take damage. Well, frag is a really fun game. It's very competitive. It weighs a lot on the dice rolling, as well as the cards. So there's really that balance. So you really don't have where one's higher die rolls are better than the cards. So you could have really good die rolls and have bad cards that don't let you help you out, or you can have really bad rolls and have cards that will help you to win. So it plays a lot like those unlike Unreal Tournament or your first-person shooter video games, because this game has cards that let you manipulate the system, like let you walk through walls, let you absorb bullets, carry an unsettling amount of health that you normally couldn't have. So this game basically lets you cheat, essentially. So if you're particularly a person that doesn't like games where it allows you to cheat, I would not recommend this one. Whereas also I wouldn't recommend this for someone that's overly competitive, that they take things so seriously that when they lose, they blame it on the dice, they blame it on the cards. This game is meant to be fun, but if you have those people that just can't handle this type of game, I would not recommend it, because it's not so much the game is your enemy, it's your players. I mean, if you have a fellow group that takes things personally, like you attack them, and they think that just because you're being a jerk to them, because you don't want to attack the other person because they're your best friend, it gets really annoying, because it's like this game is best played with people that understand that you're not essentially going to be personally attacking them. It's just a game. But like I said, there are those situations that will come up. Now, there's other things that will come up, like cards contradicting each other. Well, the way the rule handles it very nicely is that the last card played is the one that takes effect. So the only drawback on this game is there's only 2 sides of this board. So because once you've basically played on the board enough times, it's gonna start to get stale. So if the kind of game you're looking for is something quick and easy, competitive, mindless fun, blowing each other up, you're gonna have lots of fun with this.